572-971. Call the office at 572-0383 or 572-0215. REV-UP St. Lucia, the alpha of radio.
Harddrive is brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
In moments of loss, finding comfort and support is essential. At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we understand that every life is unique, and honoring that life is our mission. Our dedicated team is here to guide you through every step, offering personalized services that reflect the cherished memories of your loved one. From traditional funerals to modern celebrations of life, we provide a range of options tailored to your family's wishes. Whether it's a simple service or an elaborate tribute, we ensure every detail is handled with care. Let us help you create a meaningful farewell, honoring the legacy of your loved one. To learn more about our services, call 758-452-2021 Castries, 758-454-9239 Viewfort. Visit us at www.rambalisfuneral.com. Rambali's Funeral Parlor, where memories are cherished and love is everlasting.
Hello there, good morning, good afternoon, good night to our listeners and to our viewers in St. Lucia and across the globe, especially those of you on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, and also on DBS Television. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Harddrive for today. Wednesday is the 28th of January. My name is Andre Paul, and the co-host of the show today is the lovely Lady J. Lady J, a very good morning to you.
Good morning, Andre. Good morning. How are you this morning?
I am well, and how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good, Andre. This morning we had a little setback in the road again. These cows, Andre, I swear it was about 10.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, yeah.
Probably.
And of course, it's one after the other. So, there was a backup.
As
anyway.
you say that, I'm aware that there are cows on the Millennium Highway as well.
Oh, really?
So whenever I'm driving in that area, okay, I do not speed. Just
I haven't come across
be
that,
careful.
Andre, but thank you for saying that.
They're there.
Wow.
They're always there, as a matter of fact.
I know the North always, but yeah.
So maybe not as many on the Millennium Highway, but they're there. That's
And
for sure.
people really speed that in that area.
Tell
so
me about it. Tell
it's
me
good
about
to
it.
say it.
The
Yeah.
usual thing. We'll get to speeding in just a moment, because I think the driving drivers association, or is it driving a learning association? I'll get to that in a second. They had a few tips, for our people in terms of helping to curb what's going on, the excessive speeding, etc., on the
Very
roads.
good.
Yeah. Some challenging stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how's your mom doing?
Much better, Andre. Much better. Yesterday, I'm so happy, but I mean, she still has the swelling because of the fall in the hand, still swollen, and
just check I think it's okay now.
yeah, she has to get the X-rays. But other than that, she looks much better. Because Andre, I was really worried. You remember my mom's age? So I was really, really worried.
Okay.
So I mean, it was good with this distraction, because I don't know if I didn't have this because of her, where my mind would be at. So you need that distraction. Yeah. She's watching, so hi, Mom. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I made sure I put the TV on for her on DBS, and I said, it comes on at 10. So, and Jasmine is there with her. So thank you.
Who's Jasmine?
She's a helper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say good morning to hubby.
And I don't know if he's listening, but yeah.
All right. All right. So before we move on, let me take care of some house chores. So the menu for today at the Tomaso Bread Place is saffron rice, ground provisions, mac and cheese, stewed turkey, barbecue chicken wings, lentils, and tossed salad. That's the menu for today. Saffron rice, ground provisions, mac and cheese. I must admit, I love mac and cheese, especially the way Yaslin does it. I love it. It tastes really, really, really good. But of course, I'm always careful not to eat too much of it, because I know it's very, very fattening. So, I have it the once, maybe twice for the month kind of thing, and I'm all right. So there's also stewed turkey, barbecue chicken wings, lentils, and tossed salad. And remember to try the wide variety of CMOS beverages, which include coconut, ginger, peanut and peanut punch, and regular flaxseed and chia seed CMOS with milk or without milk.
Andre, when
Choice
next
is
are you
yours.
going down that end?
Tomorrow.
Andre, you need
Tomorrow.
to bring up the peanut punch and not the peanut punch. Yeah, the
Yes.
it's peanut punch.
The peanut and
Peanut.
peanut punch. Yeah, so it's either the peanut CMOS or the peanut punch. CMOS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So she's got.
So the
okay,
peanut punch has a little
just slight
a little alcohol in
peanut
there.
and the.
Yeah.
Oh no, that one is not for me. So the peanut punch
Okay.
has the alcohol.
No.
The peanut punch is what I would
No,
like
the
to try.
peanut punch. That's the peanut, and you have the peanut punch. The peanut punch
The
has
one
the little
without the alcohol
Right.
is the one I would like.
So peanut, yeah.
I'd like to try that. So when can it come down here so we can purchase?
Well,
Because
that's
I'd
a
like
good
to
question.
try that. So I hope they're listening. And Andre,
I'll
I
get it
heard
for
you
you tomorrow.
mention.
I'll get it for
okay,
you.
yeah, the
I'll get it
peanut
for you.
punch. And I heard you mention the barbecue wings.
Mm-hmm.
Andre, I like barbecue
that?
chicken, but I don't like wings.
Well,
Andre, I always think of the the wings.
Uh-huh.
They always have the feathers. Some people don't clean that.
yeah, I understand what
So
you're saying.
whenever you put it in my plate or on my plate,
No wings. No wings in the wings.
I will break it off and put it on the side. So it's
Yeah. You mean the very end of
the
the
very
wing?
end, yeah, I
Yes,
don't
yes.
like that.
I think most people don't really eat that.
no,
You have
some
to-
people do because some people don't. They want the bone. They don't really want the flesh.
That little thing that's there at the
yeah,
end
they
of
chew
the
it. Some people
thing.
love bones. I have a girlfriend who will eat a bone worse than
I think I'm like you. I don't eat that part of the wing at all.
No.
Yeah.
I'll break that off and put that. And there's certain times it's bigger than normal, and it has a bit of chicken on it.
Yeah.
I'm not eating it. I put it on the side. And I always tell people, don't put it on my plate because it'll go to waste. Just cut it up yourself and put the piece on my plate, or just don't. If that's what they have, I just say it's okay. Because peas, Andre, is still protein, so it's okay. I can
You're
have,
cool with that?
Yeah, man, Andre,
yeah.
I can eat peas, go home, and if there's peas and it's a little bit left, well, an amount left that I took in my plate, but there's a little bit left, I'll just sit and enjoy it, just like that. Instead of putting that little bit in the fridge, I'll sit and enjoy it.
All
I
right.
love peas, any kind of peas.
Okay,
I
but
eat.
tomorrow I'll get you that peanut CMOS, all right?
Yes, we need it here.
Yeah,
Because we
well,
keep hearing about it,
yes.
and we're not getting a chance to taste.
Yes. Okay, I imagine at some point they'll be moving to the city at some point.
Okay.
So anything you mention before we move on?
No.
Anything? Yeah. Okay. So let's get into the action. First of all.
Oh, well, yes, because let me mention this. Andre, remember when we spoke about Janet Jackson and the homeless? Andre, remember I said I went online and it referred me back to Facebook. Andre, that might be totally false. That's why we say when we're checking for news, if it's not on CNN or BBC, chances are,
Fake.
it could be somebody putting up some fake information. I kind of saw it on Rihanna, but I didn't get to what she's doing for Barbados. But I didn't get to actually go into Barbados news to find out if it is true or fake. So I'll have to do that later. But she's planning something for Barbados as well. And that was on Facebook. So, I'm not taking any chances.
Okay. Yeah. We have to be so careful with this AI, and not just AI. You have people who are just out there who are hell bent on destroying society, destroying young minds, right?
Yeah.
And even middle-aged minds and old minds as well.
But you remember the two of us did talk about the amount of money because they said quietly. And we did discuss that.
Yeah.
Why, something like that. Why quietly? At some point, be happy about it. But Andre, did we say good morning to DBS?
Yes, we did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I did.
Okay, good morning, DBS. Good morning, Cinti.
And talking about
And-
that, what are we hearing as far as Lisa Joseph's funeral?
Cinti, could you let me know when the date for the funeral will take place? Because actually, I was hearing it last night, but I had to leave the room. I had to, because at night before I fall into a deep sleep, the last thing I do is to check on my mom. And I went down when it was playing, so I didn't hear when the date of the funeral, but the information is out already.
Yeah. I guess I shouldn't say I accidentally. I should say I incidentally met her mom.
Oh, okay.
Right at the Gables Mall. I was going to the supermarket, and this lady I saw, she was with a gentleman. I'm assuming maybe it's her husband. I'm just assuming. And they came up to me, and the lady introduced herself, and she told me that she's Lisa Joseph's mom. So I was
Very
able
nice.
to get a chance to talk to her for a little while.
Did you get to give her a little hug?
Of course. How you
Okay.
mean? Definitely. That was the first thing I did. And I told her, it's a real pleasure to meet you, and also the fact that I saw her daughter just a few days before,
Right,
before
you
she
said
passed.
that.
And you
Yeah.
know, and I dig in horrors on myself, because I said, imagine I planned to go up to her to say hello. I got caught up in the moment. I was playing the music. I just got caught up.
Yeah.
And by the time,
That's understandable,
I
Andre.
just
Don't
got
beat up
caught
on
up in
yourself.
the moment.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
I think when you should when you could have possibly beat up on yourself is if, Andre, I want to talk to you. And then you never made
Yes,
the opportunity.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think she saw me. She walked in because her eyes were straight.
Yeah.
I just said to myself, as soon as I get a chance, I'll go check on her.
You know, sometimes when we go to a function, well, a disco party thingy, sometimes we don't look for the DJ because we hear the music is good, we just want to party. And the only time we look for the DJ, Andre, is when
Play
he
Papi Show.
Oh, Andre, who is behind the console? What is going on? I pay my money. Da, 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 da.
That's true.
I don't know when last I went to this, Andre. I don't know when last I went to
You mean
something
like to like an old school
An old-
party,
yeah.
that kind of thing? Yeah, really?
My brother loved it. He would go to the south or the north. He
Yeah.
would drive.
But
back.
if you had to go to any sort of activity that involves dancing and so on, which would you choose? Because they're different ones. I mean, the young people have their thing. You have the middle age, and you have the old stars, and you have in between, like me. You know, I'm to my country and western, the old school thing. Which would you go to?
Andre, I mean, I play country and western. I love country and western because I want to listen, because there's always a story. The lyrics, if you check it, there's a story.
That's true.
And so I love that. But Andre, I'm not a country and western person. You're not going to see me in a country and western dance.
So which would you choose? Where would you go if you had
I
to go?
would choose.
Yeah, which activity would you
I would choose the
choose?
oldies, yes.
Oh, okay,
But at
like
the
an old
same
school
time,
party.
I'm open. Andre, I go to anything I want to go to. I just don't like. For me, I don't like it when it's a lot of gyration and a lot of loud music and a lot of shouting and all of that. I don't like. I never liked it, so it can't be because of age.
Yeah.
I just never liked that. You know, when you go to the blockos and things, we used to call it
Yes.
blockos before. I never liked that.
Now, Tony, my brother, the late Tony Paul, he hated country and western.
Really?
He hated it. He didn't want to hear that at all.
No, I don't mind that.
But you know, because of his love for his brother,
Oh, really?
yeah, because of the love for his brother, he would kind of compromise his
follow you.
desires and come to a session. He's been to a few already, despite the fact that he can't stand it. And I remember the last time I was at Dax, and we were here on a Friday, and he said to me, "I'll come and check you tonight." Okay, I'll come and check you. And he did. He came there. And he sat for the entire night, to be honest with you, because it was 90% country and western. But because I know he was
Okay.
there, I kind of mixed it with some old school in between and so on. And, that's when you see...
Wasn't the theme country?
Yes. But
So
of
why
course,
did you mix?
Yeah, you can play the old school in between there.
Okay.
Yeah, you can. Because generally it's country and western old school, generally. And by the way, I think I need to say that the combination of the country and western and old school, that is Tony's idea. Right? He gave me that idea many years ago, and this has continued. So I just think everybody should know that it wasn't my idea. That was Tony's idea to mix the country and western with the old school. I remember.
So
he
when
said
you
to me,
say the old school, what you talking about? Music back then, any kind of genre? Because when you say old school,
yeah, you have
really?
the reggae.
But if
you
it's
have
a
the
theme
kadas,
of country,
kadas.
why are you playing the music? The theme is country.
I know.
So
I'm just saying to you.
No, I want to understand if people accept it while they're there.
If they're accepting
Okay,
it,
great.
they
very
love it.
good.
It's just that they don't want too much of it.
Because they came for country.
They come for the country and western.
Yeah, got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they will
accepting of
accept it. Oh yeah, that's for sure.
That's good. That's good.
And then you have the problem of sometimes the dance is promoted as a country and western old school dance. And you have people
good.
who come there specifically for the old school, and when they don't hear it or hear enough of it, they get angry.
Okay, so Andre, I heard that advertisement, and my understanding of it was you're going back in time for country as well as country music, meaning the genre country music. That's what you meant by old school. I didn't realize it was any genre music, but going back in time.
So when you have in the what they call the old school, it's, specifically an old school vibe. Right. That's predominantly old school. You don't play country and western there. At least
yes, but when you
could.
mix the two,
Yeah, you
that's
could.
what you're saying.
But when you see you talking about a country and western old school,
Yeah,
it's
that's
more
what you
country
Got it.
with the little mixer, little in between. And you, for example, the people like the Eric Donaldson. They like Eric Donaldson. They love Bob Marley. They love Peter Tosh.
Yeah, man.
That's what they love
reggae,
those
high
things.
knees.
So they will tolerate that. Oh yeah. Kassav. You play that
Any day.
Yeah.
Andre, I will take that any day.
and Baron. Baron. Yeah. So that's the sort of thing I'm talking about.
That's a kind of tight wine we call it.
Now,
with Baron.
in between now, you have a lot of young people now who come to those activities. So in between, you drop a little young brother.
Okay, all right, you drop
a
that
young
for them.
brother.
Okay.
And funny enough, the older folks, they like it.
Yeah.
You play surprisingly, you play a Shensia sometimes, depending on which one it is. Boy, I mean, you'd be surprised.
She's a Caribbean woman, and she's well.
Yeah, and the lyrics, powerful lyrics, right? Something about women, and the the way that if men can do it, we can do it too, kind of thing. So the ladies love that kind of stuff.
Some of the lyrics are a bit off. She's getting a little
man.
open out there. She's a little. There's a bit of cursing in it sometimes.
But you have to as a DJ, you got to know your place. Meaning this is predominantly country western. So yes, drop your little young brother inside there, drop your little Shensia, but listen,
and
get
come back to your country.
Otherwise, they'll kick you out.
Yeah. Boy, what's that? Especially if they know you, Andre.
Boy,
I could well imagine.
That happened to me one time.
Yeah.
I remember, folks, just bear with me a little. I was playing in Dennery. A guy asked me to play. He said to me, he has Tim Tom. Tim Tom is to play country and western. Andre, I want you to play old school. That's what he said to me. Once I come, only old school. So I came there, all set to play my old school. When I'm looking at the crowd, I realized that is a country and western crowd that's there. You can tell.
Yeah.
You could just tell. Okay? I said, that's a country and western crowd. So I went to him, that's the guy who organized. I said, partner, that's a country and western crowd that you have there, Right? He said, no, don't worry. Play the old school. All right? I said, all right. I play one. Yeah, people tolerate the thing. I play two, they tolerate. I play three. When I play a fourth one. Boy, fellas come from nowhere. You swear, I was supposed to be a celebrity.
Boy, get out of here. That's what they were telling you.
Became an alien.
But didn't they advertise, at least the DJ before you, advertising?
They didn't care.
Really?
They didn't care. They come there.
Strictly country.
Now, because of that session, I remember I was playing someplace else in the same Dennery, and the fellow that was at that dance that was vexed herself. When he saw me, he said to me, not you again. The man who said, not you again.
But did you do well over there?
I did well.
Good.
Yeah. I made up for it.
You made up for it.
I said that never happened to me again. No way.
But how do you prevent that? You just tell the organizer.
Yeah, definitely. I make that clear to you, brother, man. You know what I mean? Country was what the people love. And I think they've learned the hard way by now that the people listen. I don't know what happened. Once upon a time when I was a kid, country and western was reserved for what we call the out districts.
Yeah, or the
Labrie area and this kind of thing, right? That's predominantly in that area. And if you see you went down there, you play the country and western, the George Jones and them kind of thing. Boy, you're in big trouble. And this thing has just
evolved.
Yeah, it's just evolved. And it's amazing. This is almost like a miracle how that happened, because it was people from the city could not take that. No way. That was almost like an insult.
But Andre, I always used to hear it at the upstairs of the market.
Yeah.
That's why it's the only place.
Right.
You talk about the South. I don't even remember this in the South advertising. But I always know.
I mean back when we were kids.
Oh,
that's a long time ago. In my case, 60-something years ago.
Andre.
That's a long time ago.
Andre, 60-something years ago. Nowadays, trust me, the 60-somethings, we look just as good as the 30-year-olds. Trust me. So don't you look at age. It is not about age nowadays.
That's true.
No, it's not. Age for me is just a number. It's really just a number. Yeah, it's really just a number.
So if hubby were to leave the planet and go away, so kind of thing. I mean, God forbid. I know you don't want that to happen, and you had to start again. And say some guy, 80-something years old, showing interest in you. Would you look at it as just age is just a number?
But does he look 80-something? Does he act 80-something? Andre, they have some young people that don't even want to dance. An 80-something-year-old would really... All right, hold on. You're going right into the bedroom? Is that where you're going?
Let's... No, I'm not going there at all.
Okay.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Okay? It's highly unlikely an 80-something-year-old will look all spritey. Highly unlikely.
But Andre, I wouldn't be a spring chicken at that time, even if my husband is 8 years older
Right.
than
No.
me.
What I'm saying. Right. Say you are 65. Okay. And now you have to start over again, and you have an 85-year-old showing interest.
But that's what I said. If he does
So-
not look like 85,
How you mean?
why? But Andre, there are people that look really good for their age.
For 85?
Yes, and we're not talking about the bedroom. That's another thing.
I'm not talking about no bedroom.
Yeah, we're just talking about.
I'm talking about
the
you said that
intelligence,
age is just a number.
It is just a number.
That's what I'm
Andre.
saying to you. Fine. So good. Hold on.
So we don't know he's 85,
Hold on,
but
hold
he is
on.
really 85.
Yeah, it's 85. 85. I'm saying to you, highly unlikely to get an 85-year-old looking like a spring chicken. Highly unlikely. So I'm just
He
saying
might
to you.
look 75.
I'm just saying to you.
He might
stop,
look 75.
Stop making excuses.
No, it's
So I'm
not.
saying-
85 might look 75.
So I'm saying to you, if you meet that 85-year-old guy, 85-year-old, and he looks 85, but he's a nice guy.
Well, Andre, why do you think I would want to get married a second time?
Would you be interested? That's what I'm asking you.
As a friend, yes, but I don't think I would go and you get married
Phoenixa.
once. No, Andre, you get married once, you don't get married a
I
second
didn't
time.
tell you about getting married.
Interest.
Yeah, I tell you
Of
about
course,
getting
I'll
married.
talk to him, Andre.
But you said that age is just a number. I find that this is
age is just a number.
no,
Andre.
it's not just a number.
It is.
No,
It is.
No.
Because age is really, for me, age is how you feel.
But I just gave an example, and you're already there telling me you're not married and the kind of you're a friend. That's what you said.
Yeah, but you want to put words in my mouth, Andre. First
No.
of all, you asked me if I'll be interested.
Yes, but you said
There's
as
a
a friend.
possibility. Andre, I would be interested, but I already told you I would not be married a second time.
But
I answered
I
that.
didn't go there.
Okay, well, Andre.
You're missing the point. The point
No, I'm
I'm
not
making.
missing the point.
Yes, you are.
You want me to, Andre? Listen to you. You want me to answer what you want to hear, and I want to answer what
No,
I want.
I want to show you that this phrase about age is just a number. That's sorry for saying that. That's wishful thinking. Wishful thinking.
Andre, I saw
Age
the
is just a
news-
number.
I saw the news I saw some part of the deaf announcement last night, and I saw a gentleman. It says 64 years old. The picture of the gentleman. He looked 10 years older, Andre, from that photo.
Yes.
So that's what I'm saying.
Yes,
that
exactly.
84-year-old or 85-year-old could look 10 years younger. What is 75? What is 74? 74-year-old people, I see them walking and they look
You
good,
answered the question
Andre.
already, you know.
What was it?
You want him
How
as a
did I
friend,
answer?
okay, as a friend. So let's move on.
Yeah.
So now we're celebrating, we're going to be celebrating our 47th anniversary of independence come February 22nd. Okay? Right. Now, I was just curious to know exactly what independence really means. And it's a very interesting definition, very, very interesting. Because we have to ask ourselves, right? While we're proud, nothing wrong. We've been proud about being independent for 47 years. But the question is, do we really fit, and not just in Lucia, a lot of other countries across the globe, right? Do we really fit into the definition of independent/independence? Or let's call it independent, okay? So I checked this out. Listen to this. I want you to tell me, based on the meaning, the definition here, whether that describes St. Lucia, all right? Okay, independence means freedom from control by an external power. Now, we're thinking of it as a country. That could also mean you as an individual. So let me continue. It can take many different forms. So independence can take many different forms. So let me just repeat again. Independence means freedom from control by an external power, right? It can take many different forms. For instance, personal independence means freedom from control by another individual or organization. Political independence means the freedom of a country, state, or other similar entity from an external government. So, let me just use Venezuela as an example with what's going on there with the U.S. Can we say Venezuela is an independent country there right now? Because they're being controlled by an external power, meaning the U.S., as we speak, right? So can we say in St. Lucia that we are truly, truly independent? When you think of the real, of this definition, freedom from control by an external power, can we say that we're not under control of an external power? Can we say like we're like China, for example?
No, of course
can we
not,
say
Andrew.
Can we say we're like Russia, for example?
No.
And why?
We have a long way to go
So
for that.
why can't we say that?
Because we still get help from outside forces. We still get help. We're still getting help.
So since we cannot say that we're like a China or Russia? Are we really? It's just food for thought. Are we really independent? When you look at the definition of independence.
Well, we do have some we do have some of it, but we're not. We haven't reached that stage yet. I mean, it is 47 years, but Andre, we haven't reached that stage yet. So we still are seeking assistance from the countries that can assist us. But Andre, remember, maybe our grandchildren might be confirming this.
Maybe.
Which would be, of course, we might be long gone.
So let's take it from a personal perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
Personal independence means freedom from control by another individual
England.
or organization.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you and me.
Mm-hmm.
Are we being controlled by some other person? Something that we need. We need that person for us to make it, to survive, right? Because we need that other individual. Without that person, we can't survive, much less thrive. So,
What?
do you think we have a lot of people, right, who are just not independent?
Yes, if you're talking about persons, yes, Andre, the elderly, they depend on government for that monthly, I would use the word stipend.
Yes.
Right? So, yeah, there are a few of us. There are some of us who are
Employed?
well, I'm not looking at the employment yet. I'm looking at the persons who possibly, like myself sometimes, when I was married and I had to follow my husband, I was dependent on him because I was not working. I had to leave the country, leave my job. So there are persons like myself, and there are persons who may have lost their job and have to go back to mom, dad, or, rely on a friend. So, of course, we are,
Yeah. Yeah, well, or maybe no individual or maybe no country can ever be truly independent, because at the end of the day, we all depend on each other to some degree.
To some degree, yeah. But,
because trade, look at trade, right? If for example, do you think America, for example, can survive without trading with other people? That they have sufficient resources, right, in the country, in the U.S., in and of itself, that they don't need to trade, right, with any other country, that we can make it without the trading with China or Russia or wherever else. Do you think America has that sort of capacity and ability? Yeah, and the same thing for China as well. Or those countries need to trade, otherwise if they don't trade, they'll fall apart.
I think they might be able to survive, but they may not thrive. That's the thing. Because you need the outside countries, you need the outside help, you need outside forces. And Andre, tourism is also a part of assisting any country. So if you're blocking tourism, you're also blocking monies or possibilities of any kind of trade coming into your country, So, you're going deep into real independence, but it takes steps, Andre, to get to a certain level, and obviously we are not there yet.
Jamaica is really, really on a quest to become a first world country. Jamaica, yeah, and I wonder if that's even possible for a Caribbean country like Jamaica to get first world status. That means you're almost like you're on your own, in a sense. That you can handle your affairs, you can take care of yourself. You don't need any external assistance. Yeah, first world, because America is a first world country. England is a first world country. They don't really need people to give them aid, assistance,
right.
that kind of thing.
Yeah.
You never hear America telling you, "I need assistance."
Well, they don't, but they ask Americans ask America for assistance whenever there's a
right. Yes, they're able to sustain
storm
themselves.
or whatever there is.
Right.
Yeah.
But for America to say, appeal
from the outside,
somebody come and help us, no way,
yeah.
no way.
They in turn help us. But Andre,
so isn't that what true independence really means?
Well, I don't think St. Lucia said true independence. They've never said that, huh?
Oh, really?
No, we've never said true independence. They always speak about the year, and they have a theme, but I've never heard any of them saying we are 100% independent. I don't know if you ever heard that. I've never heard that.
Well, the theme for this cycle is Devant Ensemble, nourishing our people, strengthening our nation.
Exactly, nourishing our people, strengthening our nation. There you go, Andre.
Yes.
So we keep at it until one day maybe our grandchildren or great-grands will be able to say, Andre, we have reached, we can help ourselves right now. We don't need too much. We will always need some kind of help, but we don't need too much now,
Yes.
And Andre, I don't think, Barbados is doing pretty good. They've got their own money and so on, but look at
Trinidad
some countries
has their own currency as well.
So
but
Guyana.
They're still struggling. Guyana.
But Andre, we don't want Trinidad money, that TT. We don't want that here, and I don't mean.
I've never seen it. Huh? I've never seen.
Really, Andre?
The currency. I've never seen it.
Smaller, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, smaller. But Andre, the bank won't even change TT. So,
Really?
No,
They
if you're
won't?
going to Trinidad, you have to go with US. They
Wow.
won't change
Are
that.
you serious?
No. The bank here won't
my.
change that.
Wow,
You have to go with US or you find a bank.
So
over there.
why is that? Why is that?
Andre, it is what, a few cents on the dollar, Andre. So why? Look at Jamaica's money. Andre, when I was in Jamaica, and I came back in 2002 from Jamaica, okay? After living there for 5 years, I came back in 2002. At the time, Andre, it was $40-something to our EC dollar.
$40-something. Wow. Yeah.
Andre, and can you imagine how much that would be on the US dollar? I don't know how much it is now. It may have gone up to 70-something. I don't know. I haven't checked. But can you imagine how much it is on the US dollar? And so that's why so many Americans were flooding Jamaica and going just for a weekend, have a good time, and back to the US because of the amount of money that their US was in Jamaica.
I remember a friend of mine had gone to Guyana, and he said to me, Andre, boy, when I was in Guyana, I was a millionaire. He said that to me.
But that's how it is in Jamaica as well. You call it $5 million. What do you think $5 million is? That looked like so much money.
Yes.
Andre, you're getting paid $40,000. You tell somebody getting $40,000 a month, the person think you're rich. Andre, $40,000 could have been probably $2,000 or something like that, or less, because it depends on what the drop is or how much it is. I don't know how much it is right now, but that's, as we call it, little money.
So I did promise to talk a little about the situation with our driving, the behavior of our motorists, some of our motorists on our roads and so on. And the Vice President of the National Association of Driving Schools, his name is Kingston Jean, right? He said about tackling the problem at its roots through sustained education and cultural change, beginning, head of he says, from early childhood. I really believe that. Early childhood. That's where it really, really starts.
Yeah.
You know what I remember in school? I don't know if you remember that, because they would tell you how to cross the road.
Look left and right and
Look
left again. I
look right.
still say.
Yes, look left again. And in me now, at my age, I still looking right again.
Well, yeah, you have to
and
still.
while I'm crossing, I'm still looking
Andre,
left and
I'm
left
still
and
going. There's nothing they call left and right and left again. It is left and right and right and left and right and until you finish.
I remember,
this is me.
That's what you've been
Because
taught.
you never know how these drivers, you passing on the pedestrian and they don't want to stop. As soon as you pass them, they're gone.
Yes,
and you're still finishing.
And give them an opportunity. They won't even stop to allow you to cross on the pedestrian crossing.
They don't.
Yeah, give them an opportunity. They just pass.
And then they complain that you have to wait until I say. But Andre, if you are coming and you're far away, it is a pedestrian, I can start to cross. But if you are close, even if it's a pedestrian, of course I have to wait until you stop.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
You know what I do? Imagine I'm crossing that pedestrian crossing, and I look at the driver and I put my hand like this.
Agreed.
And I give a smile.
Agreed.
You know?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But you know what I love, and I always look back and say thank you. When I'm on the opposite side, I'm on the opposite side, and the vehicle that's supposed to give me to cross passes, and I'm still waiting.
Yes.
But the person on the opposite side of me now have already stopped for me, but I can't move because I need the car coming next to me on my side to stop. When I cross now and he's still there or she's still there, I turn back and I say thank you because he or she didn't have to wait that long. they're waiting.
Yes.
And I appreciate it. And I think that's how drivers should be. You've got to, when you get to the pedestrian, he or she is on the opposite side, you need to start stopping. You need to stop.
Some drivers stop on the pedestrian crossing as well.
Always,
Yeah.
some of them.
And some who don't, you have a driver at the back now who wants to toot them, like, move, man, move.
But Andre,
because they can see,
apart from the
they can see the
pedestrian-
little space between.
Yeah, apart from the pedestrian, remember there's the line before. So you're supposed to stop before that line, before you get to the actual zebra. But they already passed that line coming onto the actual black and white. That is already wrong. That's incorrect. But, and like I say, I think we need the signage saying pedestrian crossing,
Up ahead.
20 up ahead. Yeah, if you don't want to say 20 meters, 30 meters. I think it's important.
Or also look out for speed bump.
Andre,
something
how many
like that.
speed bumps we have here?
I bump into them.
I think we need a lot more speed bumps.
And I bump into them because I'm not even aware in that, say, maybe a community I'm not really familiar with.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden when
You
I'm
mean
just
you get
like
to swing over them,
like,
yeah.
oh my God,
Yeah.
there's a speed bump there.
Yeah.
Nothing to say beware or something, speed bump ahead or something like that. Anyway, so Kingston was talking about training people from early childhood. I think
Oh,
we
the
agree.
minister.
Yeah,
Okay.
we agree. No. He's the vice president of the National Association of Driving Schools. His name is Kingston.
Oh, you're talking about driving now.
Yeah, Kingston
Okay.
Jean. Kingston Jean.
Okay.
He also spoke
yeah,
about
Jean.
something that we are very reluctant to do, and I'm glad he mentioned that. Right? He spoke about dangerous behavior being practiced by certain drivers, right? And he was saying, do not be afraid to speak up if you see a driver or you're in the vehicle and you there's reckless driving taking place, okay, or dangerous driving or distracted driving, to speak up and to say, hey driver, you're driving too fast. He said even if they maybe
Curse,
they curse you or something,
they might.
yeah, you should still do it.
Foul language.
What do you think about that? Because I think some people just say, you see me, I'm not saying anything because next time the man cuss me.
I don't really care if he curse.
Or the worst one,
Knock you
you
down.
can get off the bus if you want. You can get off.
That's the first thing I would do. I remember going to, the usual pageants. I wouldn't mention the country, but in one of the islands. And when we were on the vehicle, he was driving really, really fast. I said to him, listen, I left my young daughter back in St. Lucia. I am with my delegate. I have a husband. Slow down or put us down.
You said that?
Yes, Andre.
So was that at 1 o'clock in the morning?
No. We were going to the cocktail.
So I'm asking you now. So if it were 1 o'clock in the morning, 2
I would
o'clock in the
still
morning,
say it.
you
I
still
don't
say it?
care. Yeah, I
Wow.
don't care. I would say it, Andre. If you're driving too slow, I will say it. Why are you driving so slow? Is something wrong with you? Not to somebody driving slow. I'm saying the person driving me. But Andre, I think, I'm not saying the driver would stop because we're telling him that if we're on board. But it's important that we say it so that the other persons will say he was told, just in case something had to
Right,
happen.
exactly.
But if everybody just accept it, what do you expect? He thinks he's right. He thinks he can drive fast or whatever. Drive yourself fast. But when you're driving people, you've got to be moderate. Use the speed limit and, take control of how the night looks.
And sometimes it's difficult to articulate your feelings because sometimes, depending on the response, you may want to respond in kind. The tone of your voice may change because you say something to the person and they react in a negative way. Okay? I remember I was driving up in a Bwakache area there many, many years ago, and I saw a lady shoving and pulling a little child. Okay, and the child was crying. And I said to her, hey man, why you treating the child like that? Don't rough her up like that. Man, she told me, tell me a few words. Now my reaction was to just like, I didn't curse or anything, but I was like kind of rude to her at that point in time.
I agree. Why not? Why not?
I wonder
people
if
don't
that's
like
losing control. I wonder.
People don't like you telling them what to do, a lot of people. But I'm sure when she settled down, she'll realize she was wrong. Because if she's doing that on the street, Andre, can you imagine what she's doing at home?
Oh, for sure.
Exactly. So you're right.
Pulling and shoving the child. Right?
You're right to say that to her.
Yeah.
You know what I detest, Andre? Our stride is different from a child's stride. But we want to make the child walk the same stride with us. That's
Yes,
impossible.
yes. And
so stop pulling and hitting and shoving and hurry up and da 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 da.
Yeah.
You know?
I was in New
That doesn't mean I haven't said that to my
Yes.
child sometimes, but I'm just saying it's not for those reasons, you know?
I was in New York City many moons
Andre,
ago.
We have a lot of Americans on the platform.
Many moons
Give us
ago. They laugh at that. They laugh at that. Many moons ago. And I was in the subway station, and I saw a guy, I think he was a Spanish guy. He was talking to what I believe could be his son or his stepson, I wasn't sure. But he shoved the boy against the wall. He shoved him in a real violent way.
Talking about what age at this point?
You mean the boy?
Yeah.
He looked like maybe he was around maybe a 10 years old,
boy.
11 maybe. I can just vaguely remember. But I remember he shoved him against the wall, and he stood up and he stood like in front of the boy, like to say, you know, who's the man here?
yeah.
Who's the real, you know, alpha here? Kind of thing. And I remember I was tempted to tell him something, but he just looked like a violent guy.
Not only that, Andre, you're in the United States. You
Yeah.
don't even do that. You
Exactly.
might probably get away with that in the Caribbean and
Yes.
St. Lucia, but in the U.S., leave that alone
Yeah.
until if it gets, of course, worse.
Really out of hand. Yeah, he looked like he was a violent guy. He just looked that way. Now, sometimes we go and we put ourselves in those kinds of things, and we could get hurt.
Yes,
We get hurt.
exactly what I said.
There's a video, I don't know if I still have it on my phone. I think I still have it on my phone. There's a video of a guy who was encouraging his son to beat up another kid. Now, the other kid was, you could tell he knew he couldn't fight because the boy's father was there, and the boy was really stomping on him, giving him some good licks, some slaps and some punches in his head and so on, right?
Age what?
He looked like maybe a teen,
Okay.
right? Like a teen. So you have two of them. So it looked like maybe it's his mother or maybe his aunt or his cousin came there now and telling the father, how could you do that sort of thing, and to encourage the boy to hit him,
Right.
I'm assuming it's a mother, it could be an aunt, it could be a cousin,
Or just
it
an
could have been
outsider.
a
How about
friend.
that?
I don't know because I couldn't tell. But that person was really upset. Young lady. So she's there flailing her hands in the guy's face and telling him how you could do that sort of thing. Blah, blah, blah. You know the guy whipped out a gun and shot the woman?
Same thing I was saying.
He just
Andre. There's
whipped out a gun
sometimes-
and
because
shot her. Pa, pa, pa.
the anger in them. So it's best to stay back and call the police when you. St. Lucia may not do that, but over there, you know,
So
violence.
let's come back
Jamaica
to
too,
our
huh?
point. Let's come
Jamaica
back.
too. Jamaica have that. Some of them they have that temper. Yeah,
Let's
some
come back to
Jamaicans.
that point I was making earlier, what Kenson was suggesting, right? And I agree with him. I agree. We should speak out. But sometimes, boy, depending on who you're talking to, you don't know what the outcome of that will be. And especially, as I said to you, if a woman is in a vehicle, it's midnight somewhere around there, and a man tell her, well, get out. You know, she has to think now, do I get out for true? Next thing you know, yeah, somebody could hurt me. You know,
Well, I mean, Andre, sometimes depending on if it's a stranger, like you're getting a paid ride, the person is driving fast. We're not talking about a taxi. We're talking about the local bus that you're taking. I think you have to watch the way you begin the conversation, not just, hey, you're driving too fast. Obviously, it might irritate him. Driver, you know, I want to get home in one piece. You know, why are you driving so fast? Blah, blah, blah. But when you go with anger, you know, as we say, he probably have his reasons for trying to rush you, and then you filling up his ears. So, yeah, I think so. But I'm hoping that our drivers in St. Lucia are not going to begin with violence just because someone tells them they're going too fast.
Yeah.
But I know in Jamaica, you better not. I hope it has changed. But those people drive around with their cutlasses under their seats, man. They're ready to spring with that, you know.
Wow. Okay, well, the Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Sharon Belmar George, she was giving a breakdown of how things looked for last year, health-wise, in St. Lucia. She spoke about expanded universal health coverage. You know, that was a big deal. Women can get free mammograms and all other types of services. I think I remember I was speaking to somebody within the health department, and they were saying that they want to do some advertising for snake bites and this sort of thing, because
of the guy who
that happens a lot now. A lot of people get bitten by snakes and so on. So they wanted to do that.
Andre,
so
and they said Tomaso, I jumped because I didn't know that area was a snake area.
Yes,
Wow.
I didn't know that either.
Ugh.
I think somebody said the Bally Little actually has snakes. That's what I hear. I don't know if that's true. But anyway.
I thought it was only ancillary side. Wow, you have to be careful.
Yeah, because I guess depending on where they are, and if people are maybe intruding on their space, the snakes I'm talking about, then they move out. They move out because they're more afraid of a human being than you're afraid of them. They're actually afraid of you.
I don't care.
And that's why they strike. Yeah, that's why they strike, because they're petrified of a human being. Yeah.
But Andre, when you finish giving your point, we must speak so we can get people to chime in as to how this gentleman got bitten in his face.
Oh.
Yeah, we must speak to that.
Okay. Well, that's hopefully. Yes.
Because I would like to know how that could happen. You know.
So she was making the point there. You have communicable diseases, right? So you have flu. It's a virus. You have a cold. It's a virus. You spread those viruses, and giving advice and saying, well, we've made some headway when it comes to those things, right? In terms of washing our hands and those kinds of things. We've made
wearing the mask.
Masks. Yeah, we've come a long way when it comes to those communicable diseases. So we made some progress. I think she spoke as well about things like the gastroenteritis cases, that these fell.
A lot of people have it, yeah.
Yes, tuberculosis. She said increased slightly. Leptospirosis, 6 cases in 2025, right? She spoke about malaria cases. No cases of malaria being reported.
Very good.
But she said that she also noticed leprosy cases increased.
Yes. I'm seeing that, and I'm reading about that also. It is increasing. I don't know how come.
I'm like, what?
Because back then it was like 1 or 2 persons alone.
Yeah, imagine up to now. That's an ancient, communicable disease, because you get it from touching and interacting with the people. But like, wow, leprosy. Yeah, she says there was an increase. It was increased markedly. Yeah.
You get it by not only that way, Andre. Isn't it passed on from gene to gene as well?
I'm not sure about it. I'm not sure about that.
It's also passed on.
Yeah, but if that's why, for example, they had leper colonies and this sort of thing. But obviously, they've made a lot of improvements now in terms of maybe the treatment and so on. But we have to wonder what's really going on. That leprosy is on the increase in St. Lucia, right? And she said markedly, meaning maybe a few cases more than what they would actually expect.
I'm hearing that. Yes.
Yeah, but she says the one now that remains a problem is what they call the non-communicable diseases. These are the ones, the lifestyle ones, the lifestyle, the diabetes, the cancers, the high blood pressure, and all those ailments. These are the ones that are the real headache. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess the ministry has a lot of work to do still.
Did she go further to say what they're doing to assist?
Yes, she says
lower that count.
Yes, she says that the ministry will be prioritizing, the prevention when it comes to those non-communicable diseases, and she says there will be targeted interventions. This will be rolled out with a specific focus, she said, on nutrition. Now, she didn't explain how they plan to do that, but if I know them,
in the schools,
if I know them, probably some campaign where they, as you said, maybe the health experts go to the schools, maybe they have a few things on social media, maybe they have some kind of thing on GIS.
Seminars, workshops,
those kinds of things. So I don't know if it would include maybe some public service announcements, like using not just social media, but using radio stations and TV stations. Because right now there's a campaign that that's on. Let me see if I can just get it there. We have three public service announcements here. It's called let me see, the road safety campaign. So we have three of these which we play all the time.
Yeah.
So I wonder if
we need
now moving forward, if they're going to be using the media in that way. I know. And
healthy lifestyle too. Maybe that's all they're talking about, to have that healthy lifestyle. So some commercials on that would really assist.
Definitely.
I mean, we do have one from Right Angle talking about road safety and so on. That's a very good one with Barbara Jacobs' voice. That's a very good one. She has quite a few, So, yeah, Andre, that comes in handy, man. Comes in handy.
So let's hope that they roll out a real serious campaign. And I know now it's generally they like to use social media, but I think I will have to make a call.
Of course, Andre. You have to put in your bid too.
I have to make a call. Let me see what's going on. Anyway, so finally, Lady Jane, remember I was asking you a few days ago, I said to you, do you think that this world, can continue
Andre, yesterday you asked me that.
that was yesterday? Along its current trajectory, right? And you were saying...
You're going deep, man.
Yeah, you believe that, yes, that, there's no real end, per se, of the system, some way, somehow, that we, will be able to manage, especially now we have the younger generation, maybe they come with ideas as to how to move forward, right? And I mentioned the thing about the number of things that the world is actually facing, right? Now, there is an organization comprised of scientists, right? Scientists. And they set up what they call a doomsday clock. Okay? It made its debut, I think, in 1947, I believe. Yeah, 1947. That's when the U.S. dropped the atomic bombs on Japan, okay? Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So when that came about, these scientists say, hey, we don't want a repeat of this sort of thing. So let's make sure we have something to monitor the situation and to keep reminding the world's leaders and policymakers, et cetera, to be careful, because we may end up in a situation where we're going to be self-destructing, right? Or we will self-destruct. So the doomsday clock, right, is a metaphor for how close humanity is to self-destruction. So they moved it now. One time it was like 17 minutes to midnight. Now midnight represents the moment at which people will have made this earth uninhabitable. That's what midnight represents. So this clock is real in a sense that it's a real clock. But obviously these are just scientists, sort of some ephemeral way.
Working on
just to keep the thing in the spotlight. But I want to repeat this, folks. Midnight on this doomsday clock represents the moment at which people, meaning you and me, will have made this earth uninhabitable. So once upon a time, it was like 17 minutes to midnight. Guess where it is right now?
Where?
Guess, just guess. It was once upon a time, a few years ago, it was 17 minutes to midnight. And remember, midnight is when it represents, we get into the point now where we can't live here anymore. So it was once 17 minutes. It's changed over the years. Maybe it was 11:30, maybe it was 11:15, 11:05. But now it's getting closer to midnight. So once upon a time, a few years ago, it was at 17 minutes to midnight. Where do you think it is now? Just
higher or lower?
Well, much closer.
Really? 2 minutes before?
89 seconds.
Wow.
To midnight. No, I lie. 85 seconds. I gave it 4 extra seconds. 85 seconds to midnight. That's up to Tuesday, which was yesterday, where they set it now to 85 seconds to midnight. That's how close we are to this planet being uninhabitable. This is serious.
That's what the scientists are saying.
This is yes, these are scientists. These are not no little some person in some religion saying they're telling you what the future is, These are scientists. Well-respected, highly intelligent people, right? They come in there to play the fool, okay? And they spoke about a number of things that would indicate how close we are to this planet now being uninhabitable, okay? And I think I mentioned some of it to you the last time that we were there, but we don't have the time right now. But a number of things that they mentioned. Imagine they actually brought up the issue of the 2 people who got killed in Minneapolis. Yeah, they actually came up with that too, because
what did they say?
They're realizing that now the politicians are not listening to the people. Well, at least in the U.S. They're not listening to the people. And I say, when you have that kind of unchecked aggression, right? In other words, people not speaking out against it. For example, I told you when this thing happened there with the good lady, remember, she was the first one that ICE agents had shot and killed? Well, murdered, really. And now you had the other guy there, Pretty. Okay? You had those people, like Donald Trump, for example. You had Christy Noem, that lady, and you have all the others, J.D. Vance, and all of them, gaslighting people, telling you what your eyes are clearly seeing that's not so. But they gaslight you to make you believe what you're seeing is not what it is. This is dangerous, a real dangerous place. All because you support a man, right? And you don't want to seem out of step with him. So they're saying little things like that, showing you where we are right now. They spoke about the climate, the carbon dioxide, the number, the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, right? Causing the sea levels. Remember last time we were talking about that? Causing the sea levels to actually rise. This is very, very, very scary, very worrying, because once you have the rising sea levels and you have storm surge and so on, this thing can just
we'll be in trouble for sure.
Coming into your cities and so on. And you know the way we are here at the Castries waterfront. You see how that is.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen high tide there?
Yes, I have, and they're really working on it. So let's see what happens in a few months, because they're working on it. But Andrew, we've had this for years. We've had the city flooding and so on for years. I have to admit, we've had that, a lot of flooding. And it's, in 2025, it's better than when I was a child growing up. But there's still a lot of work to be done, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. So that's where we're at, folks. We're at 89 seconds to midnight, huh? All right? And that means midnight means the moment at which people will have made this earth uninhabitable. 89 seconds to Sorry, 85. I'm giving us more time.
85.
85.
Well, not you. They're giving... Oh, I see what you're saying. You're correcting yourself.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into the shout-outs. Today is Wednesday. So, we have the REV-UP Center coming up from 11:30.
Yes. And we have the riddle of the day, Andre.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's see who we have starting first. Who chimed in first? Let me see. Good morning, everybody. Sharon Peter looks like the first one here. She says, it's hump day. Good morning, REV-UP.
Oh, yeah, Wednesday. It's hump day.
All right. Good morning, Sharon. Good morning. She also says, okay, she repeats. She has two. Sharon Peter. Well, Sharon said that 3 times, Andre. It's hum day, it's hum day, it's hum day. She said it 3 times.
Do you know what that means?
Tell me.
Wednesday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, why she repeat? I thought you were saying because she repeated it, there was something.
No.
No, I know it's hum day, yeah.
Just emphasizing her point.
Yeah. And then she says, good morning, Lady J. So what about Andre?
So no Tony.
Yes, she stopped that. Lucita,
I guess she's moved on.
Says, good morning, Andre and lovely Lady J. And don't forget our beautiful Kina Wednesday blessings to all. Good morning, Lucita. Andre, she said good morning to you.
Oh yeah, good morning, Lucita. Yes,
there it comes.
All as well.
Right now, Andre, you spoke too fast. Sharon Peter, Tony. It's right there.
Yeah, I guess she hasn't moved on yet.
No. Sharon Peter also says, good morning, Kay, wherever you are. Oh, Kina, she means. Okay, yes. Lucita says, good morning, everyone, on live and Radio Garden. Share the link. Jerome Sakafet.
That's Tony.
Okay. Barbara Xavier says, good morning to both of you. Have a lovely day. Blessed love. Good morning, Barbara. Lucita says, Andre, I have some snow for you. It's very cold in Brooklyn, New York, 15 degrees.
Wow, 15 degrees.
Keep it. We'll send you sun.
Mama.
Don't want it. So, are you working in 15 degrees? Oh, my God. This is difficult, Andre. Can you imagine you still have to wake up at the same time, get dressed, get out, get to work, and you're expected to be at work on time.
But have you noticed over the last, since early December, this year has been rather cool in St. Lucia, I must admit. Yeah, and I like it for now.
Yeah.
But that's the calm before the storm, because this year is expected to get extremely hot. But folks, let's just enjoy the little cool weather.
Yeah.
Let's not complain.
I'm enjoying it. Sharon Peter says, Jaslyn, I coming down to try some sea moss. Yeah, very good.
All right.
Very good,
She
Sharon.
meant Yaslyn.
Yaz. Actually, it's Yaz. It's Yaz. I made a mistake. Yeah. So why that's there. John McCurdy says, blessed Good morning, REV-UP's family. Good morning, John. Kathleen McPhee. Catherine McPhee, yeah.
Oh, welcome back, Catherine.
Well, actually, she was on the WhatsApp platform yesterday. She sent a message. That's one of the messages we didn't get to read. But yes, welcome back on the Facebook platform.
And let me say good morning to my friend Catherine in Degazon. I haven't done that for a little while.
Okay.
Yes.
So,
Hope all is well, Catherine.
Yeah. So Catherine McPhee says, good morning, Andre and Lady J. Blessings always. Blessings to you too, Catherine. Josie says the funeral is on.
Oh, we got her name right this time. Josie.
That's Josie Stevens.
Oh, sorry.
And that's very easy for me to say. Josie. I can see that right there.
You got it right. Yeah.
No, I can see that right there. She says the funeral is on the 5th of February.
Okay. That's for Lisa?
Funeral. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. And Madeline chimed in, telling the person to stay warm. Dakota says, good morning. And REV-UP family says, good morning. The two. Yeah, I guess that's who. Zen? Zen is saying good morning.
Oh, he's chiming in?
I don't know. Who is writing for REV-UP? REV-UP came out and said good morning.
Okay, I guess must be him.
So it must be him.
I'm guessing.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Zen, that's you. Morning to you, and your mom and Sibia.
Oh, Andre, you really like that supposed daughter-in-law. We don't know if it will.
She's a cool lady.
That's
she's nice. Yeah, very nice.
That's really good. That's really good, Andre.
Yeah, I think she's a good fit for him.
Oh, nice. Very good.
And they into each other.
Very good.
Yeah, I observed things the last time that they were here at our anniversary. Yeah, I saw that. I say, wow.
Very nice. How did you feel when he was hugging and kissing?
I didn't see him kissing, but I saw him hugging.
I remember my hubby watching through the corner of his eye.
Really?
I don't think he liked that then, but hey, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're big, they're working. What's wrong in that? Yeah. You know, we did it too, when we left school and we were working, we had our partners, Madeline Alexander says, good morning, Andre, Lady J, and everyone tuned in. Loads of love and blessings to blessings to all on this beautiful Wednesday. And there it comes, Andre. What you say, I must call her now?
Oh, Josiane. Josie.
Yeah. Josie Alexander Larcher. Good morning, REV-UP family. Stay safe. Josie Ann. You got to really look at it because it's, Madeline comes out, Andre, LOL.
Hey, Madeline, all is well?
Yeah. Pious, snappy, just have some smiles right there. A lot of smiles. He says, good morning. Lucita Madeline says good morning to Madeline. They're responding to each other. And Josie, the same Josie Stephen says, I agree with Andre. Age is not just a number. Andre, there you go.
Yeah, that's correct, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that time, there come a time, boy. Age is age.
Well, a number for the individual. Yeah, a number for the individual. Yeah. Irene Shalman says, morning, blessings, Lady J and Andre. I'm late because I'm watching Battle Relay. Oh, it started. Oh, yeah, okay, Battle Relay has started. She said
morning,
she's late.
Irene.
She was watching the Battle Relay.
Thanks for chiming in, Irene.
And letting us know that the Battle Relay is today in Castries East. So phone in one hand and eyes on the TV. That sounds like Irene. Yeah, okay, thanks for letting us know. Barbara Augustine says, good morning, my REV-UP family. Good morning, Barbara. And She Chubb says, good morning. Madeline comes back again to say, we know we're close to freedom, Andre.
No, I mean the independence thing, yes.
Yeah. No, not yet.
Yeah. Hey, what's up there?
Okay. Iphigenia says, hi, Lady J. Okay, listen to this. Let me see what she said. I'm curious. You say you love country and western and the lyrics, but you never go to a country dance. That surprised me because when I love music, I usually want the full experience. What's your perspective on that? And respectfully, is now.
Respond.
Yeah, just a minute. And respectfully, it would be nice to let Andre finish speaking before replying. It makes the discussion even better. What again? See, I'm reading it. Even better for us listeners. Okay, got you. Remember I said I enjoy I enjoy the lyrics of the country because there's always a story to it. There's always a story to it. Now, let me just say, I don't really go out. Maybe that's what you want to know. You want to get into me? I don't really go out. Ask me the last time I've gone out, I can't say. So I don't need to go to a country and western. I don't go out. But Andre was asking the question as if I had to go. What did you say again, Andre? If I had to go to an oldie or this or that. That was the question he asked, which one I would go to.
Mm-hmm.
So I answered that question. So I'm not sure what you're listening to or what you're understanding, but I take your point, okay? And remember, the two of us are feeding off each other. So same way Andre can speak while I'm speaking, that's how it goes. But I take your point, yes. Wendy John says, good morning, everyone. Do have a blessed day ahead. Ndike says, good morning to Lady J and Andre Paul, host of Harddrive. Thank you. She comes back. The same one that held up the traffic on the highway, Andre. I don't know what she means. It says they same one, but she probably meant the same one that held up the traffic on the highway, Andre.
I wonder who she's referring to. I hope it's not Kingston. I hope not. But anyway,
when you were talking about that?
I'm just speculating.
Okay.
I'm just speculating.
Okay, and DK says we must be brave enough to speak to the drivers and let them know that you cannot put my life, your life, she says, my life in danger with your reckless driving.
Mm-hmm.
Totally agree. And DK says, big up Kina wherever you are in the world. Yes, big her up. Yep. Joan Chalry says, bless morning, Andre, Lady J, and everyone in the chat room. Yes, good morning. And DK, these drivers are just angry. And DK again, hey, the Independence Battle Relay is back. Yep, we know that for sure. Erin said this has started. Madeline says, every time I hear people talking about treating children bad makes me feel sick. My heart just can't handle it. I know what I went through as a child. I cry. Yeah. Sorry. Milo says, I'm just not even going to go there. That's, yeah. Lucinta says the COPD and scoliosis of the liver is very common in St. Lucia. People stop smoking and the rum drinking is dangerous. Getting sick is costly. Agreed, totally agree.
Costly to you and costly to the state, for sure.
Okay. Ndike says, Lady J, the gentleman is brother to my brother. But to answer your point, a fraudulence when feel threatened will strike you wherever it can. But what people are not aware of is that they are sometimes up in trees, oh I see, and can strike from above. And yes, they can strike you multiple times. So I guess she was answering to when we asked how he got bit in the face. Andre, you remember?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember
okay.
we asked, because I think based on the pictures I saw, I think that's where he got, I saw a lot of blood from the face. Yeah. Yes, Andre, just a minute. I'm trying to get some more. There's so many messages here, Andre. We might not even get to the, let's see.
You have about 12 minutes.
Okay. Madeline says, yes, darkness is coming. She says, wow. Madeline says, but we cannot see it coming. Septa says, hello, good morning. And DK says, to make it worse, it's the snow on the ground. Way too much snow. Oh, and DK, so sorry. Lisa Joseph funeral is 5th at 10 a.m. Leclerc Church, Andre. So we got more information from Lisa.
At what time?
10 a.m.
10 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's a Wednesday?
No, she didn't say. She says February 5th.
Oh.
So you just have to check.
Hmm.
Tuesday is the 2nd, isn't it?
I don't know.
Lucita said they didn't do a good job at all, even at the bus stop. I don't know what this was about. When she said, I don't know what this was about. Lucita says, I will never get married to a 95-year-old. I'm 64. Trouble I looking for myself. Well, he says 85. That's what you said, 85.
It could be 95 as
but
well.
95, whatever.
Be 95 as well. So if age is just
But,
a number, then...
with the individual, Andre, you, me, with the individual. I feel age is a number because I don't want to hear how old you are. I want to see you, how, you have a strong body. Are you still walking tall? Are you still speaking strong?
Are you 95?
Not at 95, Andre.
Give me
not
a
at
break.
95. But I see some people.
The point I'm making.
Maybe 2%.
The point I'm making is that at some point, it's just age is a number. It is.
Andre,
it is. At some point.
At some point.
Yeah, we can't say it's just a number. The reality is reality.
Well, yes.
And we have
where that is concerned.
And we have to accept it. Starting with me.
Well, I'm accepting it. Age is just a number. I feel I'm young. I look younger than my age. I'm saying this for now.
Yes.
I do not know if God have me here for 95, if I'll still say age is just a number. Because maybe at 95 I might be looking 85. I don't know. Or I might not looking. But physically and mentally I could be. Yeah? Yes. Okay. Josie Lewis says, a very blessed Wednesday, Andre, Lady J, Chatroom family, and everyone else, wherever you are. Have a wonderful and safe day. Yes, Josie. And yes. Lucita Japierre, not at all, but I see now they are cleaning the bus stop. Okay, so I don't know what the conversation was, Andre, where that was concerned. I think I can't see the rest. There are some answers. Okay, new comments. Let me see if I can see those. Yeah. Alex Lonti says, good morning to everyone. Arthur Charles.
Oi, Arthur Charles.
Good morning, folks. He changed it, Andre.
Yes, good morning,
I don't know if
Arthur.
there's another one, but he changed it. Good morning, folks. Today is the wedding anniversary of Mr. and Mrs. Timothy, Tim Lionel, a.k.a. the Deputy Bishop. So happy the anniversary. So happy anniversary. I don't know what he mean by Deputy Bishop. Which church? I'm not sure because he didn't say that there.
I wasn't even aware that the churches in St. Lucia should have a deputy. Wow, things are serious, man. Maybe there's a salary. Maybe there's a salary to that these days.
When one is sick, I never heard them ever. This is the first time I'm hearing it. But
wow,
yeah.
wow, okay.
But
Arthur Charles, I have to give him a call. Yes.
You heard that, Arthur?
Yeah, I have to give you a call,
your
partner.
phone.
It's some nice news. I'll call you.
Good morning, my people. We were supposed to have a chat. Wait, just now. I'm reading the wrong one. Good morning, my people. St. Croix is in the house. Yay! Hippolyte. Good morning. Good morning,
Hippolyte.
St. Croix.
So his name is Hippolyte?
Hippolyte. His first name, Civilus, is the second name.
Okay.
Is his last name, surname.
All right.
Yes. And DK says, Andre Paul, it looks like you forgot about me already. We were supposed to have a chat. That's NDK. She says you forgot about her already. You all were supposed to have a chat.
Really?
NDK, you'll have to respond to that.
And as you say that, you remember you had given me a number for the lady who is always checking for me in Mount Repos. I called her. I hope she's listening. I called her. I think I called her twice. Number rang out, and she didn't return the call. So I hope she didn't think it's some stalker that I was calling her there. So my lady, I don't even know her name. I tried calling. I really tried calling.
Message us on the WhatsApp platform and put your name so we know.
And also I saved her. I saved your number on WhatsApp. Yeah, I saved it.
As a fruit lady.
Yes.
So Andre, we are looking at. Let me see. That's what time. On the WhatsApp, Andre, Paul, and Lady J. Good morning. Can you please give a shout out to Teresa Polio of Plateau Babonneau? This is coming from Alisco. Alisco. Yeah. Bless love to REV-UP family. Andre, Lady J. It doesn't have an A, eh? I noticed she spells your name with an A. Yeah, Andrea.
Oh.
It's Andre.
Yes.
Yeah. KK, hope you have fun. Have a great, wonderful, blessed day. Please don't say my whole... Oops. No, I didn't say your name. Please don't say my whole name. Just Wendy would be fine. Okay, I didn't even see your name here. I had to look up. All right, so yeah. Okay, no problem. Yeah. Hello, again. This person, hold on. This person says age is a number, but there is a limit. Andre, this person says age is a number, but there is a limit.
Correct is right.
Hi, Rex. Up. Hi, Lady J. And Andre, age is a number, but limit. Hi, my people. Yeah. I agree with that. Yes. Andre's still laughing at that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I think, let's see. Okay, these are some missed calls, and that's 9 o'clock. So, no, that's not for us. Yes. That's about it, Andre.
All right, so that's it?
Yeah, I'm hoping I didn't miss
Okay,
any
well,
because-
before we end, let me just make a little announcement here. This is from my friend Anthony, the barber. He says there that anyone who is interested in a 3 days work, I think you expected to work like 3 days a week. Okay, please call 717-4746, preferably a female or someone from the Castries area. It's an open space working area, like for example, the arcade, that sort of thing. It's not the arcade, but they're giving an example of what they're talking about. Okay, so they need somebody, I think maybe about 3 days a week, preferably a female. I guess they're not discounting males either, but it's preferably a female. So if you're interested, the number to call is 717-4746. 717-4746. So if you're seeking some kind of maybe a little, temporary employment, and that's what you can find for now. When you're interested, please give that number a call, 717-4746. One more time, 717-4746. Okay, it's a 3-day work arrangement, preferably a female. And it's to work in an open space area. So to get more information, just call 717-4746. Now, you see, I get that number about 20 times.
Are different people sending it or the same person?
No, that's just Anthony. I'm just
okay.
making sure I keep repeating it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so we're about to end. Lady J?
Yeah, let's see.
So it's a good time to ask you what's happening on the REV-UP Center today. And let's say good morning to Kina and Snow.
D. Francis.
If all goes well, Kina should be back with us hopefully next week. Let's see what happens. Yeah, God willing. What did D. Francis say?
Good morning.
Oh, okay. Good morning,
Yeah.
D. Francis. Hope all is well with you. And all is good to hear from you. Good morning, Gina. Thanks for chiming in, Gina, and all the fans, everybody. Thank you so much. So, Lady J.
Arthur Charles says the Catholic Church. Tim is the deputy bishop.
Oh, now I really remember who's NDK, That's my partner, yes, Bernard. Okay, yeah, we go talk, partner. We go talk. I was giving you a little time.
And DK says, Lady J, I am male, not female.
Yes, it's a female.
It's a male. Okay, NDK.
And that's my.
Is that the actual name, NDK?
Well, his name is Bernard Haynes.
Okay, so, yeah. So,
Yeah.
And, I thought K at the end, so I thought of female, yeah.
Yeah, nice gentleman.
Okay.
So we got to talk. I think I when I spoke with him the last time, I don't remember what was going on with him, so I didn't really want to bother him at that time. So, my friend, I'll start bothering you soon, okay? Yeah, we got to talk about what we're doing for Mother's Day.
Okay.
Yeah, for Mother's Day. But right now, we're talking about what we're doing for Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
and I'm looking
some time.
I'm looking forward to next week. And folks, you know what I really want to hear? I want to hear a male and a female, either they're married or they're dating or whatever, to give each of them to give a little story. I think that would really be great if it can work out like that. But it doesn't matter. It could be the male, it could be the female, but it'd just be nice just to hear both the male and the female rapping. And I was thinking maybe of using the time that we have between 11 and 11:30 just for the 2 weeks.
Sounds good.
To do it. Yeah, I think
Sounds
so.
good. Sounds
So
good.
instead of the shout outs, we'll have that. We'll have the program on between 11 and so I'll be here, Lady J will be here, and Kina will be
Kina,
here. So
yeah.
more fun. Even Snow might be here.
Andre! It's business. Yeah. Snow stays home. He wants Snow to start barking and jumping all over the desk.
All right. So what do you have
That's
coming up
funny.
today?
We have the riddle of the day coming up right after, about 1:45. Riddle of the day, hit of the day, entertainment news, music in between. We're taking in requests. Today's Wednesday, so we've got local music as well as music from all over the world for today. And of course, if you have any birthdays, any celebrations, you can always send us a text message, and we'll shout that out for sure.
Indeed.
Certainly. Yes.
So, folks, the lovely / beautiful Lady J will be here until 3 o'clock this afternoon.
That's right.
And then now, from 3 o'clock, we have the son in whom I'm very well pleased.
Oh, Andre, I think some people are chiming because I spoke about Jamaica, but let me just say I lived in Jamaica, and it wasn't just putting down Jamaica, because if you notice at the end of what I said, Andre, I did say I don't know if this is still happening. But people tend to think that on the platform that I should not have mentioned the country.
Oh, okay.
But
All
we
right.
speak in general. We were just talking about people and incidents and accidents that happen. So I lived in Jamaica on 2 occasions. I lived there when I was on my own, and I also lived there when I was married, right? And these are things that I saw with my own 2 eyes. So it's not me trying to bring down a country. If you lived in a country and you experience things, and we are discussing, I personally, this is how I feel. I don't see anything wrong in that, because I'm not putting down anybody. I'm not putting down any country, because these things happen all over the world. And I have lived in a lot of countries.
But we had that here in St. Lucia.
And here
For the
too.
fellas at the Cutlass.
Exactly, under the seat.
Underneath the seat,
and
that
we
happens.
said that,
It
so
happens.
it's not a negative thing. We're
no,
just
it's just a
speaking
reality.
in general.
And sometimes people have very good reasons why they have that Cutlass there.
Exactly.
Very, very legitimate reasons.
Exactly.
Right? For
Instead of carrying
their
a
defense.
gun or whatever, you have it. Because sometimes you're driving late at night, you never know. So just seeing it there, I think we missed it. I'm just seeing it there where somebody's saying that I didn't read it out. So I'm trying to,
That you're escaping.
Yeah. Thought I was escaping it, but I think it rolled when I was trying to get down,
All right. Okay.
So I've answered the question, and I mean, I could answer it again. But just.
All right, folks. So don't forget, Zen the DJ will be here from 3 o'clock this afternoon until 6. All right. That's what's happening on REV-UP for
Good morning,
today,
Zen.
Wednesday. So Janice, have yourself, Lady G, have yourself a great show. All right.
Thank you.
I'll be listening. I'll be locked in as
Yes,
always.
as always, yes.
Okay, folks. So thanks for listening, and thanks for viewing. Thanks for chiming as well. We really appreciate the support. Let's say good morning to the folks on Facebook, on YouTube, on X, and also on DBS Television. Thank you so much, Linda, for taking the time to accommodate us and to have our show on your TV station. We consider it a great honor, right, that you're actually carrying our program.
Totally.
We feel really good about that. So thank you very much. Much
Totally.
appreciated. All right?
Totally, Andre.
So Linda and the crew at DBS. Thank you. Have yourself a great day. So this has been Harddrive, brought to you with the compliments of Rambali's Funeral Parlor.
At Rambali's Funeral Parlor, we truly care. During life's most difficult moments, we want you to know you are not alone.
At Ram Bally's, we are dedicated to providing dignity, compassion, and comfort when you need it the most.
Our caring team is here to walk with you every step of the way, whether it's in planning a gentle farewell or celebrating the beautiful life of your loved one.
We understand how precious they are, and we promise to honor their memory with the utmost respect and love.
Let us help you find peace and solace during this challenging time.
Please reach out to us at
758-452-2021, Castries, or 758-454-9239, Latuni, Viewfort, or visit us at ramballysfuneral.com.
We're here for you, ready to listen, support.
and serve with heartfelt compassion. You can lean on us.
At Ram Bally's,
we care.
REV-UP St. Lucia, your healthy alternative.
That is freaking awesome, dude.
95.9 FM, the alpha of radio. Zen, the DJ, revving up St. Lucia.
And if